Folks, this could be one of my most important videos that I've ever made. And what I'm wanting to ask you to do is hang with me through the duration, okay? Takes a little bit longer to set this one up, but I believe at the end you're going to see a whole lot of things come together that are going to impact you going forward, and tapping into some of my years of experience in my journeys. Okay, so on this channel, if you've listened to 4 or 5 of my videos, you may think I'm a little schizophrenic, because I cover reliability and maintenance, I cover being a plant manager, I cover financial independence, and I cover some health topics. And today I'm going to tie those all together. Okay, so think about it. Who's interested in getting healthier? Raise your hand or give me a like. Who's interested in financial independence? Who's interested in, being successful in their career? All these things, a lot of people are interested, okay? But my question is to you is, why do all these efforts fail? And I've got a hypothesis for you. They all die in execution. They all die in execution. Everybody wants to do these things, but it's the actual act of doing them. Cultural pressures, inertia, that is keeping you from succeeding at them. The people don't fail from lack of information. There's so much information out there. Here, I'll give you an example. You're going to go to Hawaii on vacation. You've never been to Hawaii. I promise you, in 4 hours of research just on YouTube, my favorite medium, you just on YouTube say what things to do in Hawaii, and you will get all kinds of information about which islands to go to, which events to go to, where to stay at, how much time to spend at each one, what it's going to cost, how to travel there. All these things. In 4 hours, you'll have intimate knowledge to be able to plan your vacation. Okay, all you got to do is pick the date. You'll find where's the best value, which ones are overpriced, which are tourist attractions, which are historic. Simple, in about 4 hours. Well, folks, on weight loss, on reliability and maintenance, I just gave a talk on this at 2 national conferences. And on financial independence, the information's out there. It's not even hard to find. We live in a great time where you could just, get on YouTube and type in how to achieve financial independence. And I'm telling you, it may be a little longer than 4 hours, but I promise you, in a weekend, you can develop an exceptional plan. Now, that plan may capture 96% of the value, and there may be another 4% you can get from industry experts, but the basics are the same all the times. Live below your means, things don't buy happiness, save and invest over time, have a plan, invest in real estate, blah, 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 diversify, long-term, compounding interest. You're going to hear all those things, So it's not the information. It's not information, folks. That is the gap. Information's there and readily acceptable. It's all about execution. Okay, and folks, that's the purpose of my channel and why I'm covering several topics. Every topic that I cover, it's all about the details of execution. I'm hoping through my experiences, that and sharing the decisions I've made, the mistakes that I've made, the path that I'm on, that you're able to say, hey, I can do this. I've made some mistakes. Joe's made mistakes. He's not all knowing, on some topics like financial independence. I admit, I'm not an expert on that. I'm not a professional. I'm a user, and I have my own story. And what I know best is my story. Now, when it comes to being an operations manager or driving a reliability and maintenance culture, that is where I'm an expert. And I'm self-aware enough to know I'm an expert on that. I'm not an expert on fitness and nutrition, but the information's out there. Get it, okay? So execution is the key. So Let's give an example. Let's walk through each one of these and talk about how you can execute these, okay? Number one, let's start with a safe one. Let's talk about nutrition and health and exercise. Folks, ton of information out there. One of the things that I've tried in my lifetime is restriction. Hey, don't have as many pieces of pie. Don't eat 6 meals a day. Only eat 3 meals a day. Don't have sweets. Try not to have fats. All these restrictive diets. Well, imagine, you're addicted to cigarettes. Let's make something real easy. And imagine I said, instead of just quitting all cigarettes, you can smoke 2 cigarettes a day. Well, that would be crazy. That would be a crazy, insane thing to suggest to somebody. Just have 2 cigarettes a day. If you're an alcoholic, just have 2 drinks a day. Limit yourself to 2 drinks a day. Alcoholics and people addicted to cigarettes, they cut it out totally. Well, take that to diet and fitness, which is quite a bit diet. Only have 1 piece of pie. It doesn't work. And for me, what I've done, and this has come from a lady by the name of Susan Pierce Thompson on Bright Line Eating. I highly suggest you go to that. She has a test on her website, brightlineeating.com, of are you a carb addict? And you get a score from 1 to 10, 10 being you're addicted to carbs. And I was a 10. I'm the guy that doesn't eat 1 potato chip. I'm the one that sits down and eats the whole bag, and I didn't even realize I was eating the bag. So I was a carb addict. So can you imagine, to me, and I think most people are carb addicts, just look around, look at people, just lightening up my carbs and having one small serving wasn't gonna cut it. So I didn't just restrict myself down to a number of carb desserts and snacks I could eat. I cut it down pretty hard, and that I made a transformation in my mind that I'm not on a diet. I get asked if I'm on it. How's your diet going? How's your diet going? I do not. I'm a year in on this now. Haven't lost any weight in about 7 months. I'm down 45 pounds, right where I want to be. But I'm not on a diet. I've changed my identity, and my identity is the person that eats well, thinks about what they eat, thinks about the exercise they do. That is my identity. Just like a vegetarian, that is their identity, to be a vegetarian. Maybe it's for moral reasons, whatever reason. My identity is I do keto and intermittent fasting. I don't consider it a diet. I don't consider I'm restricting anything. That is my identity. That's what I do. And that's been transformational for me. About, I would say 6 months ago. Transformational for me is my identity is that. I'm not restricting. I'm not saying no to that piece of pie because I can't have that. I don't want it. Big difference in mindset. It's all about execution. Think about it. Topic today is execution, okay? Now you take that to the reliability and maintenance culture. Folks, everybody knows the best practices. Everybody knows they should be doing. Why aren't they doing it? Well, folks, you're too reliant on KPIs. You're too reliant on conference room talk and experience, and you don't want to go out there and see the waste that's out in your plant. And why do you not want to go out? You're busy. You're busy. I don't think that's it. I think it's fear of embarrassment. I think you go into the maintenance shop, you talk to the mechanics or electricians, watch the work that they're doing, see the waste that they're living in all the time. It's a little embarrassing. You created that culture, and you don't know as much as them. So a waste focus and is really focused on waste focus. Is the intent of having a waste focus, and what I preach on this channel is seeing reality. And when you see reality, the results present themselves, what you need to do next, okay? So then let's move on to financial independence. Folks, it all breaks down in the execution, okay? Everybody knows they should spend below their means, but you're surrounded by new cars, advertising that's directed towards your mind. You've got Facebook and YouTube targeting commercials for your interest. All these things, hey, your fear of missing out. Buy this new car, go on this vacation. have this new set of headphones. You got to have this new tent. You got to have this new grill. All these things are bombarding you, and you cave inside the execution. It's not the knowledge. It's not the knowledge of how to be financially independent, what to invest in. That stuff's easy. That's easy. Okay, so execution. So all this come back around, okay? Sorry for the long lead in, but a lot of people are interested in losing weight, financial independence, creating reliability culture, having a successful career, and it all dies in execution. So are you interested in these, end states, or are you committed? Committed means, when your neighbor buys a brand new car and you look at your car and say it's 10 years old and you say, hey, it gets me there. I'm not emotionally drawn to having a new car and seeing that glory for 30 minutes or 30 days, probably 30 days with a new car, new house, new grill, new set of headphones, whatever, new bicycle, new mountain bike. I deserve this. I deserve this. It's really in the execution. So what I'm trying to do with this channel, and taking all these concepts and I'm bringing them together, my, financial independence, my reliability and maintenance, and nutrition, all those things, and say, let's talk about execution. And I'm trying to give you examples that you can execute tomorrow, next week. What can you do? For example, on financial independence, if you're interested, you say, hey, boy, I'd like to be financially independent. I'd like to be wealthy. I'd like to be able to buy whatever I want. But if you're committed, you make out a budget and you track yourself against that budget every month. Where are we spending our money? I had one individual that, I worked him through Dave Ramsey's envelopes, to have envelopes set aside for groceries and going out to eat and, entertainment, and then utilities, things like that. And the person a month later told me that envelope system doesn't work because they ran out of money. Kind of a funny story. But do you have the discipline to know where your spending is coming from? Or do you just not want to know? That's the difference between being interested and being committed, okay? And I could take that out to all the other disciplines I'm talking about here, whether it's health or reliability culture or career or financial independence. There's a big difference between being interested and being committed. So I'm going to continue to give you examples of commitment and things you can do next week. Set a budget. That's an easy one. A lot of times, hey, get a partner. Maybe it's your life partner, your wife or a friend, that before you make a purchase of over $200, that's not a utility or a phone bill, that's something that comes up. Before you make a purchase of over $10, you commit to this person. You're going to wait at least 48 hours and then give them a phone call. Better yet, write an email to this person where you explain why you need that and why you want to go above and beyond. Creating that partner is commitment, okay? That's commitment. So, hey, hopefully this helped. I appreciate everybody that's hung in with me so far, but keep in mind why these efforts fail. Your financial independence effort fails because of execution. So many people are out there searching around YouTube trying to find a secret that somebody else knows. Every financial independent book is right. Every weight loss diet plan is right. Every one of them work. Every nutrition book is right, okay? Every reliability maintenance, I'm not sure which one I'm covering. I feel like I'm rambling now, but every one of them work. They fail in execution, okay? Hopefully I can help in future videos. That's why I've tied all these together. It's all about execution. Execution means everything if you're committed. If you're interested, you don't worry about execution, right? This is Joe out.